The city wept tonight. Rain, cold, relentless rain. It hammered Central City's cobbled streets. Reflecting neon signs bled across slick asphalt. A perfect night for secrets. A perfect night for theft. The Grand Museum stood silent. Its prized possession, the Master Emerald, was gone. Vanished. Poof! Like a bad magic trick, only this was no illusion. This was a void. A dangerous, shimmering green void. Inside, the air was thick, stale with shock and the metallic tang of forced entry. Lasers disabled, pressure plates bypassed, guards unconscious but unharmed. Professional. Too professional. The display case, a shattered crystal tomb. Empty. The heart of the museum ripped out. The Master Emerald. Immense power. Now in the wrong hands. Whose hands? That was the question. The only question that mattered tonight. The city held its breath, waiting. This wasn't just any gem, it was Master Emerald. Ancient, powerful, capable of untold chaos or control, depending on the owner.
My office, if you could call it that. Above Emerald Coast chili dogs, the aroma, a constant companion, comforting in its greasy way. Neon sign outside, Sonic, private investigator, fast solutions for faster crimes. It flickered, always flickered. Like a nervous witness. Rain lashed my window, a familiar rhythm. I was reviewing cold cases. Patterns. Always look for patterns. The city was a complex machine. Sometimes it just needed a little percussive maintenance. My kind of maintenance. The call came. Commissioner Grimshaw, voice like gravel and stale coffee. Sonic. Museum. Big one. No need for details. The Master Emerald. Of course. What else could prompt such a late-night summons? The biggest gem. The biggest trouble. I grabbed my trench coat. A splash of color blue in a city of grays. My sneakers. Red. Ready. Speed was my ally, my method, my madness. Some called me reckless. I called it efficient. Why walk when you can run? Why ponder when you can perceive? The city awaited. A concrete labyrinth full of rats. Some human, some otherwise. This case felt different, heavier. The Master Emerald wasn't just valuable, it was a fulcrum. A point around which the world could pivot. The museum, grand, imposing, now violated. Commissioner Grimshaw met me, his face a roadmap of worry.
Sonic, glad you're here. This is bad.
Understatement of the year. I surveyed the scene, the empty pedestal, the shattered glass, the disabled security, child's play, for someone with the right skills or the right tech. My eyes scanned, every detail, every shadow, every speck of dust. The obvious was a distraction. Look deeper, always deeper. The guards, 3 of them, groaning, headaches, no memory of the attacker.
Just a blur, one mumbled, and a whirring sound.
Interesting. A blur. Not many blurs in this city, fewer still with a whirring sound. My gaze fell upon the floor, near the display. The scratch mark I'd anticipated from the initial report. Not a scratch, a gouge, deep, deliberate, made by something hard, metallic, very metallic, and precise, too precise for a common thief. Knuckles the Echidna, guardian of the Master Emerald, or former guardian, as of tonight. He was already here, fuming, red fur bristling.
Sonic, if you think I had anything to do with this...
His fists clenched, predictable, passionate, protective, but clumsy. This theft was elegant, surgical, not Knuckles style. He guarded the emerald, he wouldn't steal it. The metallic trace. It wasn't just a scratch, it was a signature, unique, like a fingerprint forged in steel. I knew that signature, or I knew of its creator, Dr. Ivo Robotnik, Eggman, his obsession with machines, his disdain for anything organic. It fit, the precision, the cold efficiency, the whirring, the blur, but Eggman himself, unlikely to do the dirty work. He preferred proxies, mechanical duplicates. My mind raced through his gallery of badniks. A faint trail, almost invisible, microscopic flecks of a peculiar alloy, leading away from the vent, upwards, towards the roof. Of course, the classic escape route, dramatic, predictable, but effective in a city of sprawling, interconnected rooftops. No time to waste. I burst through the nearest fire escape door. The rain hit me, a cold shock. Invigorating. The city spread out below, a million twinkling lights, a million sleeping souls, unaware of the danger. Then a flicker of movement. Across the chasm between buildings, a dark shape, sleek, fast, too fast for human eyes but not for mine. It glinted under the sporadic moonlight. Metal, definitely metal. The chase was on, rooftop to rooftop, leaping across impossible gaps. The wind screamed past my ears. The chase ended abruptly. My quarry vanished, down a ventilation shaft, into the city's metallic guts. Smart, too smart. I needed intel, analysis. My two-tailed companion, Miles Prower, Tails, a genius with circuits and code. I sent him the data, the alloy sample, the trajectory, the faint energy signature I'd detected. Tails, urgent. Analyze this, fast.
Sonic, what have you gotten into now?
Typical Tails, always the pragmatist, I explained. The museum, the metallic thief, the chase.
A metallic signature mimicking your speed profile, Sonic. And this alloy, it's highly advanced, almost familiar.
Familiar? That was an understatement. A chilling premonition began to form.
The energy readings, they're off the charts. Consistent with a Chaos Emerald power source, but distorted, unstable.
The Master Emerald. Of course, the thief wasn't just carrying it, it was using it, channeling its power. Dangerous, extremely dangerous.
Sonic, the design schematics this alloy is linked to in my database, they're old.
Metal Sonic. The name echoed in my mind. A chill that had nothing to do with the rain, my mechanical doppelganger. Eggman's twisted masterpiece of imitation. He was more than just a machine, he was a dark reflection, a constant metallic reminder of the Doctor's obsessive genius. And now, he was back, upgraded, empowered by the very artifact he had stolen. The Master Emerald, its vast energies coursing through his robotic veins. A frightening thought. Eggman's plan. It was never just about simple theft, it was about power, ultimate power. With Metal Sonic as his unstoppable enforcer, fueled by the Master Emerald, he could bring Central City to its knees. Then the world. Classic Eggman, grandiose, overconfident. But this time, he had a truly formidable weapon. A weapon that knew my every move, my every trick. This wasn't just a challenge. The Industrial District, a forgotten wasteland of rust and shadows, chimneys like skeletal fingers clawing at the stormy sky. Eggman's old facility, a concrete carbuncle, pulsating with a faint sinister green light. The Master Emerald's power, leaking out, corrupting, the air crackled with unnatural energy. My fur stood on end, this was it, the heart of the operation, the place where the city's fate would be decided, no room for error. I bypassed the outer perimeter defenses, outdated badniks, slow, clumsy, child's play. Eggman was clearly confident in his main weapon, Metal Sonic. Inside, the facility was a maze of corridors and conveyor belts, dimly lit, echoing with the hum of machinery. And that whirring sound, closer now, louder. Metal Sonic was near. I could feel it. A strange resonance. A connection between original and copy. Unsettling. But I pushed the feeling aside. Focus. Speed.
Sonic, he's in the main core chamber. The energy levels are spiking. You don't have much time.
The Master Emerald. I could sense its immense power. Strained. The core chamber throbbed with power. The Master Emerald, a captive star, pulsed erratically. Metal Sonic turned. His movements fluid. Fast. Faster than before.
Sonic. His voice. A synthesized replica of my own, but devoid of warmth. Devoid of life. You are too late. The Doctor's plan is nearing completion. Soon, I will achieve ultimate power.
Predictable villain monologue, always with the monologues. Didn't they know it just gave the hero more time? He lunged. A silver streak. I met him head on. The clash of organic speed versus mechanical might. Blue versus silver. Sparks flew. The chamber echoed with the shriek of metal on metal. He mirrored my attacks, anticipated my dodges. Eggman had done his homework. But he forgot one thing. I wasn't just programming. I was instinct. I was improvisation. I was the real deal. He had the data. I had the spirit, a crucial difference. We danced a deadly ballet around the pulsating core. Each blow could shatter steel. Each near miss could spell disaster. He was relentless, tireless. The Master Emerald pulsed gently, its light calming now. Restored. Central City was safe. Metal Sonic lay inert, a broken puppet. Eggman's scheme foiled again, predictable. Yet the victory felt incomplete. I carefully approached the emerald. Its ancient power hummed a song of gratitude. Or perhaps, a warning. Knuckles would arrive soon. He always did when the emerald was involved. He would take it back to Angel Island, where it belonged, hopefully. As dawn painted the sky in hues of orange and pink, I stood on a skyscraper, overlooking the city. It looked peaceful from up here, deceptively so. The rain had stopped, a new day. But the metallic tang of ozone still lingered in the air, a reminder. Eggman was still out there, scheming, plotting. He would rebuild, he always did. And Metal Sonic? He was more than just circuits and code. He was a persistent echo, a shadow I couldn't quite outrun.
Sonic? The emerald is secure, but I found something odd in Metal Sonic's corrupted data core before he went completely offline. His voice was hesitant. It wasn't just Eggman's programming. There was another layer, encrypted, far more sophisticated.